The #1 complaint about Iowa City Public Library is parking.
Downtown is the premier spot in Iowa City for many, but that's not the case for everyone. And as our city continues to grow, the library has made it a point to get out into the community more by creating events all across town.
So we hope that people will come and find us in the community.
The library has been looking at ways to expand, but adding another branch would be costly and would mean picking just one side of town. Instead, careful thought and consideration led to a different idea, a bookmobile.
It could go everywhere. It could go throughout the community. And, in our community, we didn't have to choose north, south, east, west. The bookmobile could go everywhere.
With support from the council, the library was able to bid out this custom-made bus. And while it was being built, the staff was busy training.
I haven't driven anything this large, mostly just a U-Haul once.
8 staff members were trained to operate the bookmobile, which included getting a chauffeur's license. The city's equipment division trained Kara first.
Then in turn, I started training all of the library staff people to drive that little dump truck because the bookmobile wasn't here yet.
It may not look much like the bookmobile, but there are similarities.
This type of vehicle I feel kind of comfortable with. I'm really anxious for the bookmobile to get here because it is much larger and longer than this, but it's the same type of chassis.
Angela and the other drivers didn't have to wait long. The bookmobile arrived on April 12th, just in the nick of time for the city's National Bookmobile Day celebration. The next step was to load the bus with books and other materials. The assembly line production was quite a sight to see. It should be noted that the 2,500 materials chosen for the bookmobile were carefully thought out. The items were picked based on data of who would be using the bookmobile most often. Research was used in pretty much every decision made during the planning process, including the schedule.
Places where we know that people are not using the library, and so we want to go into those neighborhoods and hopefully meet people who are not coming downtown to the library.
Kara and her staff used data to select the summer schedule, which runs from June 1st through August 18th.
What's a high visibility place where people are going to find us that has a lot of free parking?
And they will keep collecting data along the way, which will be used to create the next season's schedule and update materials on the bookmobile. The idea is to make it the best experience possible for those who don't get to the downtown library often.
The thought of taking the bookmobile out into the community, it's just more of those wonderful interactions, more of sharing the library with the community.
After 18 years with the library, that's still what keeps Kara excited about her work.
Those happy stories where somebody says, wow, the library really made a difference for me.
And it's these experiences that have fueled staff through the training process so they can hit the ground running in June.
And when you see the joy on people's faces and you know that the work, the planning resulted in the joy that you bring to somebody, it really, it's very rewarding, very rewarding.
It took several years of planning and hard work to get to this point, but the reward promises to be long-lasting.
So a lot of thought went into making sure that the bookmobile is comfortable, it has the technology it needs to serve the community, and it will be a vehicle that can serve our community for many, many years to come.